Have you seen the trailer for Alan Wake 2? Did you think the same thing I did while watching it? If you're wondering just what that is, it felt like I was watching a Resident Evil remake trailer, not Alan Wake 2. That was one heavy dose of similarity in what was shown. Is that a problem? Not in the slightest. Gaming has been one heavy borrowing industry, likely since its inception. Did the vibe of Resident Evil Remake make Alan Wake 2 just that much more interesting, though? Alan Wake 1 isn't really that close to being alike Resident Evil, besides a similar base genre of being in horror. This new look and change in gameplay and appearance is eerily that of Resident Evil. Not saying it's the exact same. Obviously, story and enemy types are pretty distant from a Resident Evil game. The gameplay mechanics shown really do come off as a spin-off Resident Evil remake, and I sound as if I say this as a negative, but retroactively it makes me much more interested in the game because of it.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
The first Alan Wake is a nice horror story of a writer living through his own nightmare creation. The trailer for Alan Wake 2 looks like early sections of Resident Evil 2 and 4 remakes. It seems as if it's taking a lot of what worked really well in the Resident Evil remakes and is applying it to its own universe. The change in gameplay from a wonky angle in the first game now seems fine-tuned to Resident Evil perfection. The story looks like it takes inspiration from a lot of fantastic horror games beyond that of just Resident Evil, and the fact that at a short glimpse, it looks like the game doesn't focus solely on one location, but branches from treeline to cityscape, giving it an expansive weight to the size of the game. There are definite similarities to the gameplay of this game and Resident Evil. Just comparing the characters in camera position, size on screen, holding a flashlight, and flipping between the two, well, that's about as safe of a distance you could get before it's an exact replica. If this somehow doesn't play close to the remakes, does it come off as worse controls? If the weight of the character and speed at which they travel in their world doesn't feel right, is that fine because it's not a Resident Evil game, even though the imitation is present? By all means, Remedy Entertainment, the creators of Alan Wake, could have kept it more in vein with the gameplay of the first game. Is the change just what modern gameplay is now? Either way, definitely looking forward to seeing more of what this game has to offer. What are your thoughts on the similarities between this and the Resident Evil remakes? Does this look better because of it? Let me know down in the comments your opinion. If you want to see more video game content, Resident Evil videos, game events, and more, please consider subscribing to the channel down below. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day as always, and I'll see you next time on Hittobox.